What's cracking, you guys? This is John of John Games, and welcome back to another survival horror tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll be covering importing assets to our game to make our game much more efficient, add more gameplay to the game for players to enjoy. This tutorial is sponsored by Bingoloid Gamer. If you guys are looking for a channel with plenty of Minecraft content, mods, add-ons, and so much more, Bingoloid Gamer's channel is the right place for you. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and click that bell notification icon to be notified of every new Minecraft content that has come to that channel. Alright, and now let's get on to the tutorial. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Make sure to click the notification bell. Click so you don't miss a single upload stream up here I come to this channel. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon and buymeacoffee.com. If you like this support for all the content I do. Also, don't forget to check out my other social medias, including Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and so much more. Now let's get on to the tutorial. So what is an asset? An asset can be classified as an audio file, a 3D model, or an image, whatever the case may be. We can import the models. If we're in Unity, we can go to Window and we can go to the asset store where we can get a bunch of assets there. I'm gonna show you guys how you can get it through the asset store inside the Unity editor. Also, I got some assets some audio files I want to bring into the game as well. Oh, excuse me. So we're on the Unity asset store. We're gonna go to assets. I'm gonna select 3D assets, but I should have covered this before. If you go where the tab says assets, you click on it. There's an option for 3D, 2D, textures and materials, templates, animations, GUI, video effects, and audio. Now I want to start off with the 3D tab right now. There's a bunch of paid assets and a bunch of free ones. I'm going to take high purchase assets, and I'm going to scroll down to here where it says pricing. I'm going to select free assets. Alright, we're gonna find some decent assets that we can import into our survival horror game. Let's start off with in this 3D tab right here, you got 6 different subcategories. There's one for animations, one for characters, one for environments, one for props, one for vegetation, and one for vehicles. We're gonna select environments for now. We already know we got our environment in. If you take the environments tab, you get different options of environments. The one I have is the Nature Starter Kit 2. So we go to the search bar right here. We can type in starter or nature starter kit version 2, or just type in nature starter kit. It'll be Nature Starter Kit 2 by Shapes. That's the one I'm using right now. I'm gonna go under my assets, and these are assets I have found or purchased on the asset store. What I mean by purchase, I actually paid actual real money for these assets, and most of these are free. Let me bring this to its own window, full screen. These are you can pause each time when I scroll down. This lava asset was a free part of a deal some time ago. You can see I got some This is a great asset pack I highly recommend getting. It's a horror assets. It's a free asset. I'm gonna click. It will tell you go to the asset store. Type in horror assets. It's by Lucas Bobor. If I pronounced that right, it should be a blue download. Where's this? It should be a blue button that says free. You click it to download. Click download. Then once it's fully downloaded, you can click import. It will be once you download it, it's gonna be in your assets. Then once you click import, you will get this little window here. I'm gonna untick show and the readme.txt file. You know what? I might need that readme text file, but I'm gonna untick the show.unity earnings prefabs because I don't need it. Then when we click import, let's just import and do its thing. If you're doing skyboxes like in 4K, like 4K, 8K, or whatever the resolution the skybox is, it might take some time depending on your machine. Right? If we can try to, and you look on the bottom left hand corner, you see it's been added to your assets folder. It'll be titled horror assets. Whoops, didn't want to do that. Now we full screen this up again. I got some skyboxes. The one I highly recommend is the 8K skybox pack free by BG Studio. This will take a while to import into your game because with the resolution at 8K, it takes a long time depending on your PC. Just remember that. Oh, if you guys want to take in-game screenshots, I personally highly recommend Screenshot Utility by Stagart Creations. This is an awesome tool. And it's free on the asset store. You must have Unity 2018.4.12 or higher. So we're gonna import that in. We don't need the readme text because I already know how to use this tool. I'm gonna do a mini Unity tutorial on this tool. If we can get this tutorial to 20 likes, I'll drop it within the next week. So we're gonna wait for that to import. It only takes like a few minutes. Just import this one little tool. It's only 13.3 KB. It's a really small file. And I'm gonna keep scrolling. This is another one I highly recommend. Is the PC and consoles controller. Buttons icon pack is only $15. Yes, it's real money. It's real money unless you can create some of these in Adobe Illustrator or Photoshop. But I like these. I like this asset. The at least 2018.4.16 or higher to use this asset, otherwise it will not work. I'm going to go ahead and click import. I love this asset. I love it. It's by Qubits. It's only 15.2 megabytes, so it's not that big of a file. And it was released on my 24th birthday. Nice. Nice. You know what? I'll come back and import that later. Or not. I'm gonna pause and come back. Okay, if you guys get this warning message right here, this Unity package has package manager dependencies, click install upgrade. Because most of these asset packs will depend on the package manager. I'm not going to cover the package manager in this tutorial, but it's coming in a mini Unity tutorial on how to use the package manager. I will leave a link of these assets that I have used in my past and current games in the description. Ones I recommend using. Most of them will be free. Most of them will be paid. So if there's an asset I have missed, let me know in the comments so I can do an asset review on it. See if I can see if it's the best one for you to use. The good thing about this pack is it has the icons from the keyboard, mouse, Xbox One, Xbox Series. I believe it says Xbox Series. Yep, Xbox Series X and S, the DualSense, the PS5, and the PS4 controller, and the Switch Joy-Con. I'm gonna untick these Unity asset scenes. I don't need it. If it's a long list, and then we just click import. It's easy to import. It's only a few clicks of a button to install these assets to your game. But I love this pack. I love this pack. Yep, this pack has got 5-star reviews. And there's some screenshots here to preview. Right? If you see these highlighted in red, it says deprecated, means they're no longer on the asset store. But if you downloaded it before it got removed, you can still access to it. Another one I recommend is the Lance pack. There's some real decent ones. This pack was free at the time when I got this, but it's only $5 on now. It's a paid asset for only $5. This other one I highly recommend getting is the Survival Game Tools. It's free on the asset store. It's by CookiePopWorks.com. Shouts out to them. And the file size for this one is almost 68 megabytes. Is 67.5 megabytes. You need Unity 2017.4.15 or higher. See, you got. Let's see, you got a can of beans, a water bottle, a walkie-talkie, carton of, a box of matches. Don't know what that is. Oh, that's batteries. 2 things of batteries, a flashlight, a first aid kit. I guess that's tape. Yeah, that's tape. And a bottle of medicine. That's another one I highly recommend getting. Let's see here. What's the other ones I highly recommend getting? If you want to, like, if you want to use a voice box like Bendy Ink Machine, I recommend this voice box by VIS Games. Shouts out to them. I recommend this one. This one's free on the asset store. And but and I got this campfire pack that I used in The Lost Neighbor. It was free on the SS store when I was developing the remastered version of The Lost Neighbor, but it's no longer on the SS store. It was free at the time when I got this, but I still have access to this pack. If you want a first-person controller with the advanced built-in options into the first-person controller without going into the scripted first-person controller script and add so more lines of code, I recommend this first-person all-in-one, the first-person all-in-one asset. When Unity, this got controversial last year. Unity removed the standard assets from the asset store for unknown reason. Then someone came out with this first-person all-in-one pack. It's got over 230. It's got 233 reviews. That's how great this asset was. It's fully customizable. In the screenshots, you can see. But it's highly recommend if you want more advanced features without writing additional code. This next one is the free realistic gun pack. I recommend. This is from Tuhin Karfa. It's free on the asset store. And just let you know, a little side note, he did mention in a Facebook group that says we can monetize this asset. So, which we meant was a royalty-free license. That means we can make money off this asset if we were to use it. He's giving us permission to use. If you're asking if we can monetize the assets, make commercial, or they asking me if you can make commercial profit of the asset, but this person will let you do it. The other one I recommend is this fire truck one, but it's no longer on the asset store for certain reasons. It's been deprecated. I got this fire truck asset for the Morrisonville game that's still actively in development. Don't know when I'm gonna release it, but this was free on the asset store at the time. If you want to add some custom fan art, pictures, and all that into your game, I recommend this asset called. Are you kidding me? It's an asset called Picture Frames with Photos. It's a free asset on the asset store. It's only 6.2 megabytes. It's a small file. If you don't know how to, if you all don't know how to make a main menu, I highly recommend this asset from Speed Tutor called the Full Menu System, and it's totally free. He's got some tutorials on his channel on YouTube on this asset. I recommend checking it out. I also recommend this flashlight by RR Freelance Pixelburn. It's a free asset. If you want to make a retro style game like old school, I highly recommend this paid asset called One Click VHS Effect. It's only $7 on an asset store. It's only 3.5 megabytes. It's a small, but I really love this asset. It's really easy to use. It says right there in the thumbnail, easy to use. It's really easy to use, guys. I might make a tutorial on this asset. See, let me see what are the other ones I highly recommend. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys my save for later. If you want more, if you don't know how to use Blender or any 3D modeling software to make like characters or horror creatures, horror characters, I recommend this pack, Creatures Pack. It's only $5 on the asset store. It's by Maxim Bugrimov. Hard to pronounce these names. And Speed Tour's got some other assets that I highly recommend from him. It's the Safe Unlock system, the Adventure Puzzle Kit, and the Full Cause system. These three assets I mentioned, the Safe Unlock system is only $8. The Adventure Puzzle Kit by him is $45, and the Full Cause system is $8. But if you don't want to use this phone call system by Speed Tutor, I'm pretty much sure that you can create your own phone call system in Unity by itself. I might have to look into that, and I'll make a tutorial on that if y'all want me to. There's the graveyard. If you want to make a horror game in the graveyard, it's only $6 on the asset store. If you want to make your game look like a PS1 style version, like PlayStation 1 style kind of game, there's a asset on the asset store called PSX Effects, and it's only $20. If you want to make a game like PS1 style, then this asset is right for you. And now I'm going to show you guys how to import audio from your computer to Unity. We're going to go to our assets folder. I'm going to right click, create another folder. I'm going to call this audio. Whoops. Oh, caps. I want it. There we go. Audio. Then I'm going to right click, create. I'm going to create some folders. This first folder is going to be for music. This other one's going to be for. This next folder is going to be called for SFX, short for sound effects. This other folder is going to be called, what should we call this? Voiceover. If you want to add some voiceovers, you can. You just gotta create a separate subfolders to keep it neat, nice and tidy, so you know where it's at. Then I'm gonna go to my folder. I'm gonna go to my documents. I'm going to my Audacity. These are what you see in these audio files. These are I recorded myself in Audacity. Audacity is a free auto recording software you can get. You can get to record voiceovers or any what you can record voiceovers, sound effects, or what people call it Foley. There's so much more you can do with Audacity. I'm gonna use the insult, that sound effect, the Pennywise troll. Y'all gonna love that one. I forgot what this one is, but I'm not gonna use they call me Rocket Man. I'm also gonna bring in you pause the game, motherfucker. Now let's bring those in. Just drag and drop. I select each individual one. I hold down Control and then click each one. And there we go. We got WAV files. Make sure if you're gonna import audio into Unity, make sure it is a WAV file. WAV. Unity. I don't think Unity doesn't still support MP3 files right now. But make sure that your audio has the .wav at the end, not .mp3. Now if we click each one of these individual tracks, we can hear the audio.
You have paused the game, motherfucker.
On. Whoops.
You have paused the game, motherfucker. You have paused the game, motherfucker.
I love that. That's okay. If you can't afford. Whoops. That was from a freaking tutorial I did. A video I did. Let's hear the Pennywise one.
Kind of float, Georgie. Kind of float. You're gonna float today. We float too. We float too. You float too. You float too. Georgie, let's go down to the store now. 'Cause I got some candy.
Wow. I'm the East-West Street 69, motherfucker. Okay. And then here's this one. That sound effect was recorded by me. That was me. That's my voice. Now let me show you guys how to import an image. Go to my folder. Alright, I'm gonna import one of my Blender file, one of my Blender creations I did. I'm gonna bring in this gem I have created for Rubies in Space. Just bring that in. Yep, and it's the actual gem from Rubies in Space. If you want to know why it's highlighted blue, because this is a stupid and HDR color. Bring it to like right there. That's more like it. I like that. And simply have to import assets. There we go. That's more like it. As I said, importing assets to Unity is easy. You just gotta. It depends on where you get it from. Either from the asset store or third-party websites like TurboSquid, Scratch, or GameDevTextures.com, or some other game development websites where you get assets from. Make sure you get it as a Unity file or some other file. I think it's Kaleido file. Anything that you want to put into Unity, make sure you export it for the right game engine. FBX is for Unreal Engine, and FBX is for Unreal Engine, and Kaleido is for Unity. And Unreal Engine supports both. But it depends on what engine you're using. But that's simply how to import assets into Unity. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure that notification bell is clicked, so you don't miss a single upload stream or Premiere I come to this channel. I'll see you guys in a brand new video.